At the end of last week's parsha, Yitzchak and Rivka sent Yaakov from Canaan to find safety from his brother Esav. In this week's parsha, VaYeitzey, Yaakov heads to Haran to find his uncle Lavan and hopefully find a wife. As Yaakov approached Haran, he encountered some local shepherds. Yaakov greeted them and asked them where they are from. They answered him, "From Haran." Since he saw he was going in the right direction, Yaakov then asked them the next logical question. "Oh, perhaps you know Lavan from the family of Nachor." To which they answered him, "We know him." Seeing that he was truly getting close to his destination, Yaakov then asked them, "Is he doing well?" They answered, "Yes, and in fact his daughter Rachel is coming now with the flocks." Now that was an interesting conversation. On the one hand, the conversation seemed to be quite innocuous. Yaakov is a foreigner from another country, unsure of where he is exactly, asking questions as I'm sure most travelers did and do, trying to determine if he is getting close to his destination. The shepherds answer affirmatively, and even go so far as to point Yaakov in Lavan's direction, telling him that Lavan's daughter Rachel is coming now with his flocks. On the other hand, though, their discussion is a bit strange. Maybe they're the strong silent type, men few of words, but from the conversation, the shepherds seem to be quite curt with Yaakov. He asks them where they are from, and all they say is, "From Haran." It is as if they are unsure of and not trusting the person who is in front of them. When he then asks them if they know Lavan, it gets even worse. They give him a one-word answer, "Yadanu," we know him. And when he then asks them how Lavan is doing, they are quite happy to offer Yaakov information that distances him from them. It seems from the conversation, or lack of, that they were trying to send a message to Yaakov. What were they trying to tell him? When we are first introduced to Lavan, he appears welcoming, courteous, most reasonable, and a gentleman. He offers lodging, a place of refuge, to Yaakov. After a month, Lavan even offers him a job with wages, even willing to let his own daughter marry Yaakov. Chazal, however, tell us that Lavan was a trickster and not to be trusted. So much so that in the Haggadah, Chazal tell us that Lavan wanted to completely uproot all of Israel from its very beginnings. Where do we see this in the text? Perusing the Parsha, there are a number of episodes that bolster Chazal's position. Lavan swapping his daughters at the marriage canopy. Overall treating his own daughters with disrespect. Lavan changing the terms of Yaakov's wages many times. Lavan chasing down Yaakov and his family with obvious intention to harm them. Were it not for God appearing in a dream to Lavan and warning him off, who knows how that might have ended. By the end of the Parsha, we can see what Chazal saw in Lavan. However, from the very beginning, Yaakov's encounter with the shepherds of Haran, through the subtext of their conversation, already told us to be on the lookout, hinting that there is something suspicious about Lavan. The subtext teaches us an important lesson. While the big things that a person might do are important, it's the little things, or maybe the things not said outright, that reveal the true story. Lavan might have flashed around his personality, money, prestige, and good deeds, but it was the little things and how he did them that revealed who he was, a trickster and not to be trusted. Shabbat Shalom.